You all keep complaining about the frustrations and the claustrophobic problems that you all people are facing being locked down at home. And last time when we were talking about this lockdown period, that how it has helped many of us to actually spend quality time with our spouse and family. But have you ever thought of another aspect? That how this lockdown period, atrocities on women have actually increased to such an extent all over the world? Yes, you have guessed it correct. I am Dr. Purnendu Roy. I'm a surgeon in Genesis Hospital, and today we are going to talk about domestic violence and atrocities on women. If you actually read or hear the kind of complaints that are coming to NCW, National Commission for Women, from different victims of domestic violence, tears will come into your eyes. When you hear that a lady is saying, I can't believe it, the man whom I loved so much, the man for whom I was ready to give up everything, the same man during this lockdown period is actually using verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. And when it used to happen in past, I could run to my mother. But now with this lockdown period, neither can I ask for help, nor can I run to anybody, nor can I go to my relatives. Now who will understand these problems? We have statistics. The number of complaints that has been registered with NCW, National Commission for Women, have nearly doubled in this period of lockdown. And if you try and follow the statistics that are seen in European countries and also in the United States, they are as following. Some of the places in French government has declared if women are feeling helpless at home, they will be given shelter and accommodation in the local hotels. The United Nations Secretary has addressed to all the governments in the world that please put your plan how to handle this. They are not asking for your sympathy. They're just only asking for your understanding. Try and understand how many women are feeling helpless during this lockdown period and asking for help. There is also a statistics that 1 in 3 women actually face domestic violence. When we talk about domestic violence, the perpetrator is not always the husband on their wife. The victims are also the children at home. There is a lot of loss of job, food supply is in scarcity, trying to think of different socio-economic strata. The problem are of varied nature. Now, for some, it is the survival. Now, there are many women who used to go out, work, and bring money at home, and a lot of men in that socio-economic strata used to use this money for their alcohol. Now, many of these women, daily laborers, have lost their job. There is scarcity of money. Now they are not able to get supply of their alcohol. Now what do men do in such frustration? It is always have been noted, the person who is powerful, they will actually use the power on the person who is powerless. This has been the history throughout. Now the question is, what about in certain other strata of socio-economic level? Because the man who was all the time engaged into their corporate world or their business or in work is now forced to stay at home. Now, if there are two persons who are opinionated, then each tries to give the opinion and there is a clash. And the ego of the person actually takes over. And whenever there is a clash, then it just sparks. And this is one of the reasons it's not only talking about the low socioeconomic status, it is also in the Western world all over this is happening. Now there has to be an understanding. A lady who has left everything of her life, starting from her place, even left her surname, left everything, looking at the face of a man who will take care of her. Now if that man starts abusing, where will this poor lady go to? Because she can't go to the police station. There are several complaints received in NCW that whenever such complaints are actually taken to the police station, the police are saying, look here, there is a national emergency. There is deaths all over from corona. There is other problems we have to handle. And a simple petty fight between husband and wife, you can't sort it out yourself. When the poor lady tries to ring up her parents, the Indian family always tries to tell, you need to sort it out yourself. She doesn't even have shelter in her own place. She can't even go to court for legal help, for support, to scream, to ask for help from neighbors. So this is the time we need to understand that how helpless these people are. Now the question comes, why should one consider this as such an issue or a problem? Because domestic violence and violence on women can have grave consequences. Such mental, physical and emotional trauma can leave a permanent scar on many women, which can affect later on for the rest of their life. It will cause a stress on the health care service. It will cause an enormous amount of pressure for the mental support system. So what is important is that one should understand and create situation that where they can reach out to. There should be numbers where the government should provide. There should be WhatsApp numbers where they can message. Many women have complained because the perpetrator is in the house, they're finding it difficult to pick up the phone and call. So this understanding is required. Those of you are thinking, this is just one aspect where the lady of the house is actually facing. There is another major problem that you are probably not addressed or thought about it. And guess what? What is that? A large number of women during this lockdown period are pregnant. Now, the same news about positive urine test of pregnancy, which gave joy to many of the couple, have become a great concern because a large number are not able to cope with this. And I also received a request from one of my follower in YouTube channel that can I please talk about the problems and the solution which women are facing during lockdown period due to pregnancy. So during this pregnancy, not only that the woman is trying to cope with their physical changes, mental changes, worry and anxiety, and actually panicking whether the baby will be deformed because of the corona infection, will the baby develop corona inside, how will the lady go for different checkups, antenatal checkups, whether it is going to be possible for getting admission, whether it will be cesarean or normal delivery. My answer to that is, do not stress, do not panic, and don't be anxious, because Genesis Hospital is there, and note down this number. The obstetrics and gynecology department can actually be in touch with you. You can get in touch with them. You can do online consultation with the obstetricians, talk about your worries, anxiety, send the reports to the person, and then you will feel much more relieved. So what if you can't go to the hospital to do your antenatal checkup? There are a couple of questions that has come up, and they're also known as FAQ, frequently asked questions. So let's go one by one at a time. Are pregnant women more at risk for contacting COVID-19? The present data from WHO and from all over the world do not have any such indication, even though the actually database is not very large, but from the information from the countries which has got affected, it does not show that they are at a higher risk. Nevertheless, because 2 lives are involved, all pregnant ladies are advised the same, that try to follow the normal advices which are being given to you. Avoid public places, avoid contact with other people, sanitize your hands at a regular basis. If you are meeting people, try to wear your mask and try to have your separate place so that you don't contact it. The second question that is often asked, should a pregnant lady immediately get a COVID-19 test done? There is no such recommendations. The rules follow the same, that if you develop fever, sore throat, cough, running nose, sneezing, the usual symptoms which are continuously being bombarded from several social media to you, only then you should get a COVID test done. Just because your urine test has become positive, there is no need to go and get a COVID test done. The next question comes is question 3. Will the virus be transmitted to the baby? So far, even though the data is not that big, but till now the virus has not been found in amniotic fluid, neither in breast milk, or there has not been much evidence to suggest there is a vertical transmission from the mother to baby. And the good news for the pregnant ladies are, after this COVID pandemic all over the world, several cesarean section and normal deliveries have taken place, where both mother and the babies have actually been normal after that. You have an idea that what's the number we are talking about? You know, in this country, in India, every minute 34 child is born. Every hour 2062 child is born. 49,481 per day, and actually 1.5 million childbirth per month. So when you started hearing, just calculate how many more childbirth has already taken place during this phase while you were listening. So we are trying to say that this huge group of women who are pregnant need to understand and need to get some kind of a consolation. The first thing that we want to say, that many of the women who had the fear that during the first trimester, that is up to 10-12 weeks, if they had any viral disease like measles or chickenpox, the baby develops certain developmental anomalies. Now there is no data yet to confirm that COVID-19 infection can cause any developmental anomalies, so there is no need to worry about that. But what is very important is, around 21 weeks time, every pregnant woman should get a anomaly scan done. This is a special scan, ultrasound scan. They should get it done from expert who can actually check for any kind of a development anomaly. Next is, what kind of facility should be provided for the delivery. Now, there are two types. One who has been diagnosed with COVID positive, and the other who is worrying that will I develop COVID in the hospital where I go. Now, many of the hospitals have been actually marked out as some who are treating COVID patients and some which are treating non-COVID patients. Now, as far as the care is concerned, there should be normal obstetrics care and care that should be given, no different from any other time. Now, a lot of times these ladies are asking another question is, will I have to have a cesarean section? No, it is left to the obstetrician, and just because we are going through COVID period, or even if the lady is COVID tested positive, there should not be any reason that they will have to have the cesarean section. Let me give you a scenario from what we have seen. It is a recommendation that at the term pregnancy, just around the time when the EDD, if it's a planned cesarean section, the lady should get admitted to the obstetric unit and probably should have a COVID test done, because it takes 2 days time for the results to come. Because in case if you are COVID negative, then it is a normal cesarean section. Imagine a situation, if you are COVID positive, then all the precaution has to be taken by the staff who are over there. Otherwise, what happens is, if a lady goes for an emergency cesarean section, and this has happened in many hospitals that I know of, that the lady goes admitted in the hospital with severe fetal distress, and it has to be an emergency section. They do an emergency section and send the COVID test, and 2 days later the test comes positive. So now what happens is, all the doctors, all the other people who have been exposed and been in terms, even the housekeeping, even the ayahs and all the people, they all have to go into quarantine, and they all will actually have to have a COVID test done to know whether they have got exposed or not. So it is very necessary that the healthcare provider actually plans and the obstetricians plan. Similarly, the lady should not reach the hospital just after labor pain starts. It has to be planned in advance and do a COVID test so that you can understand whether you are COVID positive or negative. The last question that is usually asked by these women are, will I be able to hold my baby? Will I be able to room in with breastfeed my child? Now, this totally depends about the COVID status. Now, if the mother is COVID positive, then in many centers, they would prefer to treat the mother in a COVID hospital after the delivery and probably take care of the baby in the neonatal unit. But if the mother is COVID negative, then it is just like normal delivery. So basically what I am trying to suggest, again those three things, don't stress, don't panic and don't be anxious. Everything has got an answer, and the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology is always there at your service, and also the Department of Pediatrics to take care for the baby even during this lockdown period. You can get in touch for online video consultation. You can get in touch with me also if you want to know anything. And if you really like this video, please like it, share it with your colleagues, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you very much for watching our YouTube videos.